Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
I don't know if they've discussed this on here. I'm not sure. But we're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Diddy case. Prosecution, they've rested their case. The defense, and I wouldn't say I've kept up with it, but I've been paying attention to it. I read a lot each and every day about what's going on in the world, and, that's part of it. Prosecution rests his case. Defense didn't call anybody, so they rest their case. Day off today, closing arguments tomorrow. They assume the case will be given to the jury tomorrow. But in the meantime, today, Diddy's key charges such as kidnapping, abating sex trafficking, attempted arson, they all have been dropped by the prosecution. He still faces racketeering and other charges, but those three charges that were dropped were key in bringing the case being filed against him. And so you're going to give your thoughts. I'm going to give my thoughts organically. We don't want to offend anybody. I'm a man that has obviously a wife and 3 daughters. I'll preface that before you go.
I think they're going to try and put the man under the jail. Me personally, that's what I think. Do he deserve to be under the jail? He should be in it for sure, but I don't know about under. Man, he done did some wicked stuff, man. He taking stuff from men, women, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild, bro. I couldn't. I can't rhyme with reason. His thought process or whatever. I have friends that are like, yo, he go get off, and then I'm like, dude, if you think he go get off, I just don't see him getting off. Well, they go and say, well, she did this, she did that, she did it willingly. I'm like, dude, it's a big difference between doing something willingly and being raised and molded to believe that this is what it is. You got a young mind there. That's like if I take my kids, man, and I mold them and I make them believe that it's okay to be, a person that just doesn't care about anybody. You do what you want to do, to hell what everybody else says. That's something that they're going to, come up and believe and understand that that's just how the world works, because I've had them in my raps, and that's what I've taught and believed and made them believe is the natural order of how this world works. So, with everything they're saying and how, she may have did this without him having to do that. I mean, if you want to, your kids, whether it's something good or bad, if they want to please you, they're going to do the thing that they feel makes you happy, and rather that is something that's outlandish as this. When you get them young and you get them to believe that this is the natural order of things, that's something you could do. So, well, he ain't do nothing illegal. I mean, it's not really illegal, but I mean, that's brainwashing. That's what people do in cults. And you have guys that go and lead a whole group of people, 200-300 people, and make them believe that now he is the savior, he's the Messiah. And you know what? We're going to all drink this poison and we're all going to go die, and he's going to bring us back and we're going to, go to heaven. So, it's a lot to unfold there, especially when you're able to, put that person in that cocoon and mold them and make them believe what it is, and they don't have no outside forces telling them different.
Now, all right, let's unpack what you just said. The molding part of it. She was an adult technically when she started messing with him. Are her parents culpable also because you knew your daughter was with him?
Okay, so now you say she's an adult. True statement. So now she's an adult. What can her parents tell her because she's an adult? And then at the same time, you say because she's an adult. Nobody is mature enough. Dude, I'm a different person at 30 than I was at 40. I'm a different 100%. Person at 47 than I was at 40. you know, and my understandings, my beliefs, what I'm learning, especially, you know, since, you know, I was baptized and I accepted my Lord and Savior in August of last year. Just over the course of the last 2 years, building my relationship with God and you know, talking and praying and having a relationship with him, my whole thought process, man, has changed. My attitude has changed. My empathy, my sympathy, my understanding for other people's situations has totally changed. You know, where before, you know, when I was playing, dude, I didn't empathize or sympathize with nobody. I couldn't feel it. Like, oh, this happened or that happened. Okay.
But could it be he's just not a good person? He's not a good person. He's done some terrible things to others, specifically the women in his life. But is he guilty of a crime? Is he guilty of something that can land him behind bars for multiple years? Or is he's just not a good dude?
Well, I mean, you got him on tape. I mean, dragging her down and bombing on her. Come on, man. Like, that's right there. And on top of it, they tried to hide it. I mean, once that came out, it was sort of, you know, and on top of it, when it came out, he immediately goes within a few days and settles out. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I didn't do it, and I know I didn't do it, I'm going to go broke before I admit to anything. I will be broke, destitute, living on the streets before I pay a penny to you for something.
He knows what he did. He knew what he was doing. He didn't want any of that to come out because of his image. Mm-hmm. He didn't want that to come out to the public that we having freak offs and I'm watching my lady get power drive by this dude and then by that dude, and I'm watching, and he don't want that to get out. That's why you settle. And again, I got 3 daughters. My kids, thank the Lord, and hopefully it stays. We ain't making those type of decisions because I would hope they were raised the correct way. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what you're doing. That's not going to move them because they've been raised that if a man is doing how he treats you, first and foremost, that's the most important thing. How he treats you as a person, not what he's doing for you as a person. And so I just feel like this is going to be real interesting when we get this verdict, which will probably be early next week, just to see where they go with this. Because I think he's a terrible person when you do all the things that he's done, especially we see the video. Like, I just put myself like, bro, what if that was my daughter? Then I damn near got to possibly lose my life because I got to go do something about that. Like, I'm doing something about that. Like, you're going to have to see.
I understand what you're saying. But again, as you said, she's an adult. Now she's making her own decisions.
Because when I say make your own decisions is this. When you willingly are texting the guy that is coming to see you, you say that's coercion. She's been manipulated. She's been molded into that. But then you get away from Diddy for a couple weeks because you dating this guy, you dating this professional athlete. So it's not like you are under his wing, you're in his presence at all times. You have opportunity to leave because you're dating other people. You're doing other things, but you continue to come back. And
again, money. I mean, some people are controlled by money. You know, they let money, you know, the money is the root of all evil, they say. And, you know, I guess her desire for money, fame, whatever that may be, was one of the things that may have added to the coercion of, you know, her being susceptible to, you know, coming back. You know, is she going to, I mean, you know, it's like, is she going to be able to live the same sort of lifestyle? You know, is she going to be able to
I believe that to me,
you know, hey, it's a lot of things there, man.
If
I'm just happy God never gave me a daughter. You know, he knew that I couldn't handle it. I couldn't take it.
He gave me 3 of them. And I love it. Like when obviously when you had that first baby, you be like, yes, it's gonna be a boy. It's It's a girl? Okay, cool. The next one coming for sure. It's gonna be a boy. It's another.
You gave up? You gave up after the third one?
No.
Still trying to get the boy?
Hey, crew.
Oh, you got it?
Look.
You say you only had 3.
And I got girl. And so my wife go to the doctor, and I didn't go. Like when you figure out what the sex is.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, you want to know? So this is my son right here, right?
Okay.
And
what
so
else?
He got good size too. He
Okay.
11 years old. He about 5'7", size 11 shoe.
Okay.
And so
you ain't gonna be short like your dad.
I'm taller than you.
I know, I'm playing with you.
And so they go to the doctor, right? And she comes home because I did not go. I was like, I already know it's gonna be another girl. I already know. I don't care. It is what it is. I'm cool with it now. I've come to accept I'm not gonna have a son. And so every day she asked him, and I think about a week later, they end up saying, you know, it's a boy. I'm like, oh, you just gonna tell me this, knowing it's a girl. And so they kept me like, no, it's really a boy. Like, I was like, man, really excited about that, like happy about it. And picking out the name and just like, wow, I finally got a son.
Right.
Having those daughters, at least for me, I'm a good dude. But I'm real temperamental. You know, I had, and I still do at times, bad temper. And having daughters, they calm you down. You can't be like that.
No, it's the kids,
like
man.
that with little girls.
It's the kids that calm you down. Believe me.
I've learned. That's all I had.
Yeah, I've learned and built a whole lot of patience through being with my kids and understanding that, you know, everything. You can't go off at the wire. You can't be a tyrant, you know, with the don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I'm consistent with my discipline. If you do A, then B is going to happen. I don't let A happen and then it happens again and again and again. And now
you be looking at them how I was talking about earlier, like you about to go crazy.
No, I don't do that. So I don't let myself get angry. I discipline my kids.
Tell me how you look when you discipline me like you were disciplined. I need to see the face. Can you do that?
It's not a face. I don't even get angry. I don't even get angry. I'm like, yo, don't do that. If they do it again, then I spank them. Like, you know, when they were younger. That I'm past that now. You know, you take away things. So if you do something, I spank you. And to be honest with you, man, I made them believe that I enjoyed it. But it hurt me to my soul to whip my kids, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it, but I wanted them to believe that I did. So that it's like, you know what? If dad say do something or don't do something, I'm going to do it or don't do it. Because I was always told that delayed obedience is disobedience. If I tell you to do something now, I want it done now. I don't want to come 30 minutes later and it's not done. That's a problem. So you have to be disciplined for that. And I'm not angry. I'm not mad about it. Where you get parents who are telling their kid, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Now they're mad and they want to hit him. No, don't fucking touch him now because you're mad and you want to hit him. You want to discipline him. You tell him to do something once, he doesn't do it. Then you pop him. You do that. You're consistent with it, dude. It's easy.
I don't think my son has ever been spanked. Now that I think about it, I don't think he's ever been spanked. Now,
some kids you don't have to spank, man. But I know me, and you know my kids are me, and you know, and I'm telling mom like, yo, they have me, they have you now. They have this.
Your sons have your temperament. Do they have that look on their face? Any of your boys?
My oldest may have a little bit, but I think he tried to do it. You know, it ain't natural. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's natural. You know. So who's your favorite though?
Oh my God. It's funny, man. We talk about this a lot, right? In our house, in our household, we always say my oldest daughter, that's my wife's favorite. That's like her. She had her young. They argue, and then they both come to each other. They don't even let us see it. I'm sorry. Also, I love you. And so, like my oldest, that's her and my wife. They like this. So then everybody say my second daughter was like the son that I never had until I had one because I coached her whole life in softball and we were always together. So we go to practice together. We go to the games together. We flying out of state together. And so they like to say my second daughter and my son are with me My first daughter and my third daughter are with my wife. So that's what they say. I don't know if I have a favorite one. I have a favorite quality that I like in each one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I have like, oh, she my favorite. They'll say otherwise. But I think it's a quality in each one that I like. That like, oh, I wish they all could just have this one quality, but they don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I do. My second daughter, we get along because she's not gonna argue with you. If you just start going off, she'll just be like, okay, won't say another word. My oldest daughter, she'll go back and forth with you all day. That's why her and my wife get into it. Because my wife go back and forth with you all day. And I hope she's hearing it so she don't, no more back and forth. Be quiet.
Right,
hey,
right.
You know what? I'm going to start doing my wife how you did your son. Hey, I'm going to tell you one time and that's it.
You can't sort of do that with show.
Hey, she going to watch this and she just going to smack me in my head. I'm like, what you hit me for?
Hey, you can't do that. You can't do that with the spouse. It don't work that way.
She probably gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, but I'm about to fuck."
Oh, for real? Oh, okay. Yeah. I got something for you. Yeah.
So your oldest one, he like y'all this.
So if I had to pick a favorite, I couldn't pick a favorite. To be honest with you, I have a favorite from day to day. It depends on how they acting.
Yes,
I love them both the same. Now, the one may do something or say something that's gonna upset me. And to be honest with you, man, you try and treat your kids.
You just got the two boys, that's it.
That's it, man. I try and treat them the same, but they got different personalities. So I may actually let my younger one get away with something that I wouldn't let my older one get away with.
Yes. My oldest kids, oh, y'all let them get away with. Like my third daughter, I swear to you, bro, when she was like 7, 8 years old, I told my wife, I said, we probably gonna have to get her help. Like her temper was so, like literally, I would have to hold her down. Like she wouldn't stop. And I'm like, you're not stronger than me. Like what? She would be going, then she'll stop. And as soon as I let her go, here she go. I'm like, we might have to get her help. Like this is like concerning me. And then I swear, bro, like 3, 4 months later, we still talk about this today. Great personality, great person, just does stuff around the house without you having to ask her. But it was a period about 8 months. I was like, I don't know, bro. We might have to go get her some counseling. And then boom, completely changed.
Yeah, I'm not talking to like that standard. I may let my younger one get away with certain things that allow him to build individuality, because my oldest son, he's 17, the other one's 15. So he's probably dealing with some bullying, that I ain't seeing. So I may let him get away with, maybe doing something that I wouldn't let my oldest get away with. Like my oldest, his confidence is not an issue. So I got to bring him down anytime, he feels like he's trying to step a little further out of the box than I feel like he should, where my younger one, I'll let something slide and step out of the box. And he may say something and then he'll side eye me like, did he hear me say that? And I won't even pay no attention to it. Where if my oldest say it, I'm like, what you say? Correct your words. You know what I'm saying? So
that oldest one is always going to get it harder and rougher than the younger ones. They the guinea pigs, like especially, at least for me, I was a young parent. Like some of the things I did with my oldest one, man, when she was born, bro, I would drive and put my hand on her foot because if I wasn't touching her, she would cry the whole ride. Like I'm literally driving like this with my hand on her foot in her car seat. Like the things we do for our children. Now, do they play football or is that the only sport?
Yeah. My oldest just plays football. My youngest, he does track and football.
Okay, yeah. My son, my daughters play softball, but my son plays 7-on-7. We're gonna go to tackle this year, but we're gonna hold back one. He 11.
Get him in young, man. You gotta. I believe 10 is good because they gotta learn how to.
He just turned 11, though. He just turned 11.
Yeah, they gotta learn how to give a hit, take a hit.
That physicality, right? That's what
it's safety for me. For me, it was safety. I want you to know how to give a hit, take a hit, because if you go out there, people that want to hold their kids back until, 13, 14, 15 years old, high school and all that. And then they get out there and he's running down the field and he head high and he goes to, try and protect himself. And all he does is lower his head. And, dude comes in there and gives him, everything that he did not expect he was going to get. And now, he's laid out on the field. That's not, that's something that he would have learned,
I used to always think like, oh, they don't need to play early. And I'm telling people this, but I'm not taking my own advice. When you play at a young age, there's not enough speed built up. For the most part, there's some kids who's real reckless. So all the collisions, they're minor collisions because there's no speed built up. As you get older, guys get faster, they get stronger, they get more power. Them collisions,
yes,
they're a little worse. And so that part I do regret because I would tell people all the time, like the collisions at a young age ain't gonna matter. And my son ain't play at a young age. We just been playing AAU basketball for about 2 years now. Our team cold though. We cold. We want top teams in the country. Like
everybody's AAU team cold, man.
No. Like out here in Southern California, we know, like they know. Like this ain't just no talk. And it's the difference though. We are true age. You got these motherfucking teams, dude, and going to the 6th grade. He 13 years old. Stop fucking cheating, bro. Like these dudes be like going to the 6th grade. They be like,
man, they trying to get every competitive advantage that they can, man.
You hurting your child.
Even changing,
That's one thing I'll say about our team is everybody is the age limit and we nice. We known out here, but I gotta calm down because I be at the games acting crazy. Just the same way. Just talking to the refs crazy. When they make a bad call, I'll say something to them, and if they get smart, then it is what it is. And 9 times out of 10, they men, so they gonna get smart right back. So then I just be going, we be going off, or I be going off.
Yeah, I'd kick your ass out the game.
I think I've been kicked out one time.
Wow.
One time.
Dude, you can't do that.
Bad calls, bro. They be making bad calls. They be making bad. Don't cheat us. Just if we gonna lose, let us lose. But we don't. If we play 50 games, we win in 45 of them. Easily. And them 5 losses is gonna be to a team that we just can't beat right now. But we just can't.
Right now, it's right. But later.
Yeah, the Debo. Yeah, right. Yeah, when you leave, yeah, I'm gonna be back talking. We can't beat them. They got our number. But yeah, outside of that, we good. So the Diddy thing, to go back to that, I believe we'll get a verdict next week. I would not be surprised either way if he's found guilty or not guilty. I believe he's going to be found not guilty because being a terrible person is not a crime. Not being compassionate to a fellow human being is not a crime. What he did to her, beating her down, that's a crime, but he's not being charged for that. He's not being charged for that. And so sex trafficking.
Who brought these charges?
Say that again?
Who brought these charges?
Hey, the feds. And when the feds bring the charge.
What their percentage rate is?
Yeah, but hey, it ain't 100%.
99?
When the feds, the day of the closing arguments, or the day before closing arguments, drop 3 charges, that makes me believe they don't believe in a case.
They probably had those charges set up in some way, shape, or form where everything had to go or nothing.
It's going to be interesting. When this hits next week, I'm sure both ways, it's going to be a group of people really happy, a group of people saying no.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm with you. I'm not gonna be really. I would be surprised if he didn't get something. I would be surprised just because it's a federal case. Other than that, it don't make no never mind to me. I wasn't greased up with no baby oil nowhere. So,
hey, that part crazy, man. The baby oil, dude named the Punisher, and you watching, like, bro, you literally sitting there, bro. He probably was like this too, with his arms crossed.
He was over there. Take that. He was this.
Watching that, bro. Like that to me is That to me is the most crazy. Like you sitting here watching your supposed lady, like what? Getting powered? Like what? That to me that's a crime.
That right there tell you that relationship that she thought she had with him wasn't the relationship that he had with her.
Absolutely not. I can speak for all of us. We ain't trying to see our lady get smashed by nobody. If you watching it, I could give two shits about you. If I'm watching something, I can care less what happened to you.
No question.
But he may not be a good person. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next week if we do get a verdict. But I do believe we'll get one next week.